Welcome to the Jeff Crilley Show. And now, here's Jeff Crilley.
Welcome back to the Jeff Crilley Show. So marketing is a hot topic, and I have a PR company, but I'm talking to a true pro today, Lindsey Harrison. She is the founder of It Crowd Marketing. Welcome to the show.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Well, I love to hear what got people into the business. How did you wake up one morning and say, I'm going to have a marketing company?
Absolutely not. So serial entrepreneur, always had businesses, always started businesses and ended up selling businesses, which I've been very fortunate about. And the last one that I had a girl that worked with me, and she was going to UTD, and she was learning marketing and social media and the online side of things. And I'd always been really interested in it. Being a business owner, that's something that you have to do, and you're either going to learn it, or you're going to hire somebody else to do it. And so I had her come, and she started helping me, and it was kind of like an internship for her. And at one point I remember telling her, I said, Natasha, if I could switch spots with you, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Wow.
And she kind of looked at me and thought I was crazy, because here I am. I have this business, and it's a successful business. And I just knew that it wasn't really something that I was supposed to be doing. So November of 2014, those businesses are done. And I had two people that came up to me pretty much immediately and said, "You're hired."
Wow.
I said, "I don't know what I'm hired for." Okay. And they said, "We've seen what it is that you've done with your businesses, and we've watched you grow, and we want you to do that for us." I said, "All right, sounds good. Well, I'm not going to be an employee, but what I'll do is I'll start my own company, and I'll start the marketing firm." So It Crowd Marketing started from that.
Wow, and it's very successful. And one of the things that impresses me about you, because we've had a chance to visit several times now, is that you really care about your customers, you care about your clients and their success, and you're not just trying to sell them something they don't need or some service. You're big on strategy, aren't you?
I am. So as I was starting this business, I had a lot of people that said to me, you need to be an expert in one part of marketing. So you need to know how to build websites, or you need to make sure that you really know how to do social media, or pick something and be perfect at it and be awesome at it. And I looked at them and I said, well, that's not business. That's not reality. I don't want to do that. So my thought is, I'm going to come into businesses, I'm going to help them grow. So what does that mean? So we sit down with customers and we say, what's been working? What hasn't been working? Let's talk through that. Let's figure out a plan for this, and then let's start implementing that plan. Now, I can't guarantee you that everything it is that I'm going to tell you is going to work perfectly the first time. So it's really important for us to be fluid in that. So we take that approach with every customer, and because of that, the company's exploded.
Wow. Well, I'm so pleased that you're on the show. Share one of your guerrilla marketing ideas, because you were sharing it with me yesterday at the office, and I thought it was a brilliant strategy. Share that story.
Yeah, definitely. I love guerrilla marketing. I think that it's really fun for customers to do. It's something that's always going to be different than the norm. So one of the things that I really wanted to do, and unfortunately it didn't end up coming to fruition, we were so close, but we were working with UNT, University of North Texas, and it was during their homecoming game. And I had a company that, it's an energy product, and they wanted to spread the word within UNT. And so homecoming is here. What can I do within the football game? I want to take it over. I want to do a big blitz on the football game. I want it to be kind of like a pirate takeover. So all of these ideas start coming to mind. So what was going to end up happening is when the first part of the game happens, and the homecoming or the home team is coming on, they start this video, and I wanted to all of a sudden go, and you had a fraternity guy that came on and said, "Oh my gosh, I don't know. They just came into the house and they took it over." And then I'd have a sorority girl that would come in and do the exact same thing. And then all of a sudden, we'd have all of my team, we'd storm the field, and then we'd have everyone stand up in the crowd that was part of the crowd. They'd start throwing out things, whether it was T-shirts or whether it was whatever it is that we decided that it was going to be. And then all around that, we'd have all kinds of volunteers, and chalk paint, not regular paint, but chalk paint, would then be sprayed all along, and we had permission to do this, would be sprayed all along all of UNT football stadium.
I think that's brilliant and gutsy. And as you said, circumstances beyond your control, you weren't able to do it. But just the creativity that it took to come up with that idea, I applaud you.
Yeah, and it was so fun to come up with. Just because of the fact of if you are going out and you're doing marketing, it's always less expensive to come up with a new idea that nobody's ever done before, because they don't have a specific way to price that out. So we'd go to UNT and go, hey, this is what we want to do. And they'd look at us like we were crazy. And they didn't know how to price that. And so we got a pretty good deal.
Well, there's that old saying that if all you have in your toolkit is a hammer, then every problem is a nail. Yep. And with you really, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. You're really tailoring your programs to fit your clients. Why don't you talk about that?
Well, like I said, everything that we do is we come in and we take a consultative approach to it. So what has happened? Where do you want to be? Let's talk about this 1 year from the road, 1 year down. Where do you want to be 1 year from now? And how are we going to help you get there? I work with the most amazing people. I wouldn't be able to be growing as fast as I am without the people that are behind me. And these people, the exact same way that I feel, they want to make sure that companies are growing. So whether it's an architect firm, whether it's a consumer product, whether it's
fixed repair.
Whether it's fixed repair. It doesn't really matter what it is. We take the same approach to it, and the fact of our goal is to help you grow, and here are the different tools that can do that.
And I need to let my audience in on something. She is also very passionate about kind of spreading the word about being an entrepreneur and taking some chances, some educated risks. And so you're going to launch an entire speaking career. What do you see your message being to the public? What do you want to say?
So I listened to somebody speak at one point, and it was actually just recently. And one of the messages that he brought across was, you can do well and you can do good in this world, and you can do both of them, and you're expected to do both of them. So I'm at a point in my career where I'm doing well. I'm doing very well, and I'm so blessed to be doing very well. And so now it's time to do good. And at what point and how do I do that? So for me, I'm faith-based, so I started praying about it and trying to figure out what it is that I was supposed to be doing in this world, how I'm supposed to be spreading that message of who it is that I am, the struggles it is that has happened, how I have done well, and how I am now doing good. So I prayed about it a lot, tried to figure out what it was that I was supposed to be doing, thought about a few different things, and was terrified to do all of them. However, I had heard about this company about a year ago that was the best in the business when it came to PR. Okay, well, I think that they're probably a little different, just like my marketing firm is. Let me figure out who this guy is. So I started going back through contacts, and I had heard about this guy again about 6 weeks ago. Why am I continuously thinking about this guy? Started going back through contacts, and somebody said, Jeff Crilley. I said, okay, don't know who this person is, but here we go. So I called Jeff. I called his company, and I said, I don't know what it is that I'm supposed to be doing, but I need to come into your office, and we're supposed to figure something out. So here I go. I'm coming into the office, and Jeff goes, you need to be speaking. What? I'm terrified to speak. What am I supposed to be doing with that? A week later, I'm on the Jeff Crilley Show. We're starting a speaking career. So here we go. Here's me doing good. So what does that look like? I don't know yet. We're on a journey, and Jeff, good luck. You're on it with me.
Well, and thank you for the kind words. I think she has just a glow about her, and I think the thing that I'm taking away from our growing friendship is that just because you're afraid of something doesn't mean you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And facing your fears and saying, this is something I want to check off my bucket list. Before I die, I want to learn how to speak. I want to be comfortable in front of the media. And so many people see something that's difficult, and they say, well, I'm not doing that. And you're just like jumping out of a plane, aren't you?
I think I'm being pushed, but here we go.
That's awesome. So for all the millennials who are listening right now, because we talked a little bit about hard work ethic, and I think that is important, that that hard work is admirable, isn't it?
I do think it's admirable. One of the things that my mom always told me, my mom is a very, very powerful woman, and when I was younger and I was I was doing the woe is me. I have to work all the time. I'm not making any money. I can't live and have granite countertops. Like, I just don't understand what's happening. She'd look at me and go, work. Like, what else are you supposed to do? You're in your 20s. Work. Figure it out. And I think that at least in my day and age and what it is that the millennials, some people have lost that lesson. And I think it's important to that. Now, I also think that the millennials get the short end of the stick too, because there's a lot of us out there and there's a lot of us that are doing some really, really hard work. Right. And if I can bring that to light, that's something I'd like to do.
Well, the main thing is to find something that you're passionate about. Yeah. So, working in a factory, that wouldn't excite me either. But finding something that really gets you out of bed in the morning and say, I'm making a difference.
Yep.
How do people find out? How do they get into their heart to find out what they were put on the planet to do?
I think that's all a personal side of things. So again, for me, it was praying. And praying a lot about it and listening at that point. So we all want to say that we want to know the answers and we want to know them right away. And I tell this to a lot of people. You don't have to know all of the answers right now. And it's okay for that. But just go along the journey and keep your ears open and keep your eyes open for the opportunities that are there.
I had a friend tell me one time, just jump off the cliff and build your wings on the way down. And I think that's kind of what you're doing right now, aren't you?
Yes, very much so.
But I think everybody who wants to hire a marketing company wants to know who the person is they're hiring. And you're really about serving people, aren't you? It's not about money. Money is fine. It pays some light bills, but it's not, at the end of the day, that's not what gets you out of bed in the morning, is it?
No, and I want to be known as a go-giver, not a go-getter. It's great to be a go-getter, and that has helped me with what it is that I'm where I am now. But I think that the more that you can give to the common good, doing well comes through that.
Wow. Well, you just are amazing, and the studio got brighter when you walked in. So thank you for being on the show. Give everybody your website.
It's www.itcrowdmarketing. So that's I as in igloo, T as in Thomas, crowd like a crowd of people, marketing.com.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks
you were
so
a great
much.
guest.
Talk soon.
Okay. When we come back, some folks who are keeping arts and culture in Dallas vibrant. That's just ahead on the Jeff Crilley Show.
More of the Jeff Crilley Show coming up.